Daily diseases come into play again. Confect the world with new outbreaks, give mechanics some powerful pathogen upgrades. Although, before I do, yes, I had a simian flu, one that was in progress a while back. And Nocturnus save. Some point I'll have to go Mega Brutal's hard. And did I ever finish simian flu on normal? Let's just check. I won't keep you guys waiting for long. Boom. Simian flu. That's a bronze star, which means I've never finished it above casual. Or bronze, yeah. Well, I'll go back to those eventually. Let's try the outbreak mode anyways. Just checking my saves because I'm worried about the save file getting a little cluttered. Outbreak overview. Get ready. Every 24 hours, a novel new disease emerges. Unlock permanent rewards, experience mutators, which radically change the game, and see how your disease compares to other players worldwide. Select an outbreak to get started. Good luck. So this is, Shadow Plague, a Noxaturnus thing. Infect and power vampire must directly spread the disease while avoiding destruction. Biosecurity level 6. This leads to increased preparedness and public compliance and research capacity. And random testing. Interesting. What are the numbers then? How many people have done it? This is Bloody Spike. Less than a day remaining. Highly mutate. It's a virus. Biosecurity level 4. Side hustle. Mutations give DNA. Okay. Judgment. Cure research milestones up from random airports and containment zone. Popping an orange DNA bubble reduces the country's infectivity. That's lovely. So DNA, unfortunately, infectivity will go down. You may have to consider whether to do that or not. Let's try this. Select outbreak origin. You can only choose one of 3. Afghanistan, Mexico, or Central Asia. Why does it feel like this is a little too developed for a game like this, a free update? Mutation chance, cure complexity, rural, ship transmission, +2, plane. Mexico, plane transmission +2, or Central Asia. Increased infectivity and infectivity growth, but also severity growth. Afghanistan is a very poor country. It's closer to Pakistan, though. I'll start with that. Yeah, these are standard genes. I don't see anything about unique genes that you can unlock over multiple. Said something about that. Metabolic jump. Hard to cure. Sure. You know what? The ability to mutate abilities might be useful in this one. Aquasite. Spread by sea. I already have an advantage to. Yeah, I'll specialize in spreading by sea and transstasis. Transmission costs don't increase, but easier to cure. Cost evolve don't increase, or bonus DNA when devolving. Don't want too many things to make it easier to cure. But yeah, I'll just stick with this. I might have to go back. It might fail. All right. Can you choose different difficulties? Yes, you can, but I'll just start with normal. All right. It's been a while since I played this game after all. What am I doing for time? Oof, 37% dropped frames. What the heck? Hold on. All right. So, yeah. Wait, was this right in the background? No, I hope not. Um, right. I should probably turn this up a little. Head it down. The starting um trailer unfortunately can't be adjusted very much. Now you can barely hear it. So it's getting too many drop frames, so this is just gonna be YouTube only, no Twitch. I apologize, my viewers. Um, for distracting you with all the stuff about Twitch, just for not to even go up in the end. Bu- 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 bu. Let's see. Mm, 3 points for that. Oh, I already have three. Let's grab Rash. Gives a little infectivity early on. Viruses tend to just mutate out of control. And while I did grab, where is it? Base hydrolysis. No, that's not it. Uh, transmission costs don't increase. I didn't grab ionized helix. Never mind. Uh, yeah, so you have to worry about viruses mutating often. Another inside hustle means that mutations will give some extra DNA. So we just got to go all out with viruses. Uh, let's see. Nausea, vomiting, please. Come on. There we go. Double click. The advantage of that is you can get crab diarrhea, which is very good in poor countries like Afghanistan because of poor sanitation and Western invasions making the sanitation even worse. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get away from my commenting on imperialism here and there. Ships use new sterilizing cleaning techniques. Oh, really? But I was specializing in waterborne transmission. That's bad luck. That's certainly not going to help my score. 80% of online arguments are two chatbots yelling at each other. Well, it starts in 2026 instead of start date used to be for some of the earlier main game modes. So chatbots, I guess, are relevant. WHO report shows happiness to keto longevity. You think pandemic danger exaggerated. World health experts announced the global pandemic always a 2.5% chance of wiping out humanity. Yeah, I would say that's a severe danger. I mean, having a pandemic that would kill a lot of people has almost 100% chance in our world. If there was any chance of wiping out humanity, that would be really bad. Anyways, blood, because that'll help get mutations and really, really works in poor countries. Gravel wars continue. No end in sight. Ah, yes, gravel wars, because gravel, sand, everything is running out because capitalism tries to do infinite growth on a finite planet. Terry Pratchett voted best author ever. Yes, the authors of this game love Terry Pratchett. Drug resistance ability mutated. Ah, paying off all right. This is a particularly expensive ability. Well, good luck. Viral instability. Increase in RAM mutations. Sure. New round of nuclear tests considered. Oh yeah, I was reading an article, scientific article, and while my brain is not that sharp, Creeper executed for destruction of virtual property. Creeper's a virtual creature. Minecraft reference. Well, my brain's not as sharp as it used to be because of long COVID. Huge earthquake in the UK, damaging research facility. But also leading to dead, which the game can't tell apart deaths from natural disasters and deaths due to the virus. Ridiculous fisherman arrested on firearm charges. Is that a reference to Diver Dave, whatever? Pewdieism found to be fastest growing religion. PewDiePie, aspiring thief enters the steel spotlight. Right. Livestock? Yeah, sure. Rural regions. Afghanistan is rural. I think it should be. Maybe not. But Russia is more mutations. Importantly, report says Japan must go nuclear. Anyways, so researcher applied a statistical analysis to climate change and accounting for how much there's actually probably basic methods for how much is due to uh, man-made CO2. You can do R squared values and such. And I mean, it's a lot, but we've known there were other things that were also contributing. Some of which were unknown, but one of this is relevant to nuclear tests, I promise. One of the things he looked at is, well, nuclear testing. And it turns out there's a very, very strong, very new worrying disease spreading correlation between nuclear testing and underground nuclear testing. I think specifically was the one that had the strongest correlation. Upgrade ships to be upgrade lets ships be infected again. Yep. Um, and spikes in temperature. Afghanistan starts working cure. The mediating mechanism is still carbon dioxide, but the shock waves from underground nuclear testing, his theory was you were seeing spikes in CO2 after nuclear tests, I think it was, um, as part of the explanatory mechanism. Anyways, the authors uh, guess, not really guess, a theory because it's supported by evidence, but it will need more or supported hypothesis anyways is one of the things is that shock waves in underground nuclear testing, which are often occurring in areas near oceans. One of the ones he had the strongest evidence was nuclear tests in Alaska underground near the coast. There was also one in North Korea. um, and if you do nuclear testing near the coast underground, the shock waves lead to a lot of carbon dioxide bubbling up from the deep ocean, accelerating the accumulation of CO2 in the atmosphere. The oceans are a major carbon reservoir. Of course, that should be a effect that's short term, but over time reverses. Unlike man-made uh, climate change due to burning fossil fuels, because we're adding carbon that's going to take tens of thousands of years minimum to end up back underground. Uh, if you cause CO2 release in the deep ocean, that's going to allow the deep ocean to either absorb more carbon dioxide or off gas less than otherwise would have. So I'm not entirely convinced it's shown that it can short term make things worse and accelerate mankind towards destruction. But nuclear testing was dangerous for other reasons, anyways, like, potentially leading to nuclear wars if we're not careful. And nuclear proliferation by making nations afraid and more willing to investigate and develop nuclear programs themselves. Yeah, this came up because there were people complaining about um, nuclear weapons contributing to skin lesions for major infectivity and soon necrosis. All right, land borders are starting to get shut down. Great. Grab livestock too. Grab birds as well. I have the DNA for both actually. Um, in Civilization 4, nuclear explosions or meltdowns, major nuclear meltdowns, contribute to climate change in the game, which people are complaining about. Now, meltdowns obviously don't have the effect of creating shock waves, and the effect is too strong, but there's also effect of radioactive materials poisoning the biosphere and slowing bacterial growth and leading to loss of soil organic matter and particularly ocean productivity due to the accumulation of radioactive elements, which was also looked at in this paper on nuclear testing, if I remember correctly. Or maybe that was a different paper, but yeah, that's the thing. Immune suppression, greater freedom of mutation, and some lethality. Yes, please. All right, I'm going to need to grab drugs 2 to spread in Western countries, rich countries that have stolen all the wealth from Global South. All right, and some genetic hardening now. South Africa leading global cure effort. Ammonia mutated. But let's grab extreme bioaerosol. And actually, I'm going to need some heat resistance for Africa. Whole bunch of it. Random accumulating DNA. Research focused on cure. Cis mutated. Boom. Environmental hardening. All right. Birds too, because I really need to spread in Africa more. Land borders. Let's see. Morocco and Algeria. Yep, it's just Africa left. Insects for more mutations and faster spread in Africa. I'm gonna devolve total organ failure. That is too much lethality. I'm burning out. Killing faster than. Oops. Symptom mutation. Sneezing, diarrhea. Seizures, though. That'll make it hard to cure. Hypersensitivity. Let's grab a genetic reshuffle. Research progress, little Korean anarchy. All right. I have one. Paralysis. Boom. Public defecation from diarrhea and insanity. Inflammation. It's mutating all over the place here. Organ fair mutated yet again. Boom. East Africa bans export of medical supplies. Hemorrhagic shock. Boom. Victory. You've earned pathogenesis points. Choose a word to permanently boost your pathogen for future outbreaks. All right. Either cis, trait bonus, more infectivity from cis, more infectivity from rodents, or more infectivity from insomnia. Let's grab rodents. Top 40% of ranking. Hmm. Alright, and Dormant Rune next. Lucky Dip. Evolving a tree evolves another random trait. It's biosecurity level 3. Fun. Let's cut the video here. I'm going to be merging into other ones. So I will see you folks next video where I will try another outbreak here. Wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find the guiding star to lead you home. Adieu. Best luck to you all.